in my work and where I've come from and where I've made it to, that's one of the biggest key takeaways for me is, go a little bit harder than you're paid for or do stuff for free,
Yep.
to get in position that you need to be in.
That's so good because I mean, I've worked for free many times. Like
Mhm.
my business partner, one of my business partners, Scott Nelson, and one of my best friends since I was 15.
Mhm.
I first met him. I was putting on a grappling tournament. It's the uh, pro-ams of grappling. I was 18 years old, way too young to be putting on this giant tournament at the time. It was
Mhm.
basically whatever anybody in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu would want to see the best guys go, and there wasn't
Mhm.
a platform for that except Abu Dhabi, which was in Abu Dhabi. And so we put together this crazy tournament, and Scotty, came there, and you know, he just started helping with all the mats, and him and
Mhm.
Gumby, his partner in OTM, they started helping with everything. And I was a kid and impressionable too, and I was like, it's really nice. Look at all the help that they're giving.
Right.
And so, he mentioned, yeah, you should always just help people. The more you help people, the more opportunity you'll have.
Mhm.
And so, I kind of took that up too. And I mean, yeah, it's like work for free. It's not a bad thing. It's not actually like bringing your worth down.
No.
It helps because when people see you putting an effort forward, uh, you know, not wanting anything in return, you'll
Mhm.
eventually get something, in return just out of the goodness of the act. I think.
Right, right. And it's important to get into the room with those people.
Yep.
A lot of times those people are too busy to answer the email or the phone. I'm sure you can relate, I can relate. But when you have someone come in who's willing to put in that work, man, they prove their value and then it gives you a chance to understand their character, and see what they're about and then, grow from there.
Yeah. I mean, it's making, you know, I always say, give without remembering, receive without forgetting. And
I like that.
like, how do you give and not expect anything in return when somebody gives something to you? How do you make sure you don't forget that? And that really way of being, at least for me in life, has helped a lot because where I'm at now, it's kind
Mhm.
of wild to me. But you know we're here because we gave so much to so many people. And I'm not saying, oh, we gave so much. Like, not as in
No, I
like a
get it.
reward. I'm
Right.
just saying that was the idea. Just give. Don't worry about what you get back in return. Never really care. Like, whatever. No,
Right.
I'm not. People are like, oh, I feel like I owe you. Like, you don't owe me nothing, man.
Right.
Like, for sure. And it's really a way to, you know, get ahead per se.
100,000%. And yeah, it's important for people coming up to understand that. You know what I mean? I always see people sometimes, like wanting to charge this outlandish fee. They think that's the way. And it's some new kid. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you're doing it wrong, bro. You gotta, put in the work.
You got to put in the work, and you know people, respect is super important.
Hmm.
Respect is more important than money.
1,000%.
I mean, I want $5,000, but I don't want the person's respect. Like, no, no, that person's respect's worth a lot more than $5,000.
All the way.
And that's kind of what it is. You think about our friend group in Nashville. We have a lot of mutual friends,
Hmm.
and that's really what it comes down to. It's
Right.
it's respect. And I saw a speaker, Nito Quabin. It was
Hmm.
pretty interesting. He said, "What is power? Power, is it money? Is this?" Like, no, power equals access.
Mm, that's dope.
Power equals access. Can you pick up the phone and make a call and support you in getting something done?
Right.
And you don't get access by asking for money all the time.
That's a
You get it
fact.
by having respect and people knowing what you're about.
Right. And the more you have, the quicker those people move. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
it's pretty amazing when you can make those moves that you wish you could have made back in the day, and now you realize those. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you're in the position that you were working to get toward. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
That's dope. What you just said.